Hey everybody, this is Jack Henry and welcome to the State of the Nation. I know this is kind of an odd start to a video, but I'm actually in my old neighborhood that I grew up in starting at age 3. And as I'm going around these roads here, there's only a couple of roads, but it's a big circle. So many memories are flooding back. I haven't been through this subdivision in a long time. I had a friend that lived there. Well, he was a really bad influence. Introduced me to drugs when I was 10 years old. And thank God that I survived that. But he actually got killed. He went into the service and he got killed in prison because something happened and he got put in jail. Don't know the whole story. Mr. Schaefer lived there. He owned some farmland here behind that's no longer there. He was a great guy. He let us have all the apples we wanted. And man, that was Valerie's house and that was Scott's house. A lot of good memories here. Right here on this road, right here is where I learned to roller skate. And I remember my first time. And it was the old metal wheels. Yeah, I'm showing my age. And the person that lived over there with that red car is right over there. She drove a school bus for years. She's no longer alive, but I remember I couldn't stop, so I went down backwards and slid right under the school bus. We used to color on the road here, lay crayons out in the summertime and let them all melt together. We had lemonade stands here for the garbage guys and whoever else. Right here was my buddy Kendall's house. Chuck lived across the street over here, and I remember when I was 14, we were out here in the yard playing, and we heard a gunshot, and Kendall and Chuck had just come back from hunting a turkey shoot, and the gun Chuck was cleaning accidentally went off and shot him and killed him. That was my first dealing with death. Mr. Tillison lived on that in-house over there. We used to play tricks on him, but I think he let us do it. But man, I tell you, that house straight ahead, that was Miss Coffey's house. She lived in a lot of abuse, and many a night she would come running down to our house, banging on my door for help. Wow, Mr. Fudge lived there. Yep, his last name was Fudge. Can't go wrong with that. And this is the house I grew up in, right down here. It's on Pine Branch Drive. My dad and his dad actually built that house, and that's where I grew up. Somebody's mad at me behind me. Ah, they're gone. But this is my old neighborhood right here. This is the hill that we used to fly down on our bicycles with no hands. And over here to the right is the ditch I went into quite often. This big hill here on Jerry Lane, all the kids used to lay in that gutter right there when it rained in the summertime, head to toe, and the water would run over us. That was life, man. That was living. I'm doing this to remind you guys that you don't need to see me in this video. You just need to see what I'm seeing. Sometimes it's good to go back and remember your past. You know, there's a lot of good things in the past and there's a lot of bad things, but you know, my past is what formed who I am today. My worldview and my biblical view. Scotty and William lived there. We had a lot of kids in this neighborhood. Me, Chuck, and Kendall were the 3 Musketeers. We kind of ran the show. But there's a girl there I used to like. She never liked me, so it didn't work out. But anyway, you know, your past, there's a lot of things we have to let go of in the past, I'm sure. And there might be some of you that are still living in the past. I don't live in the past, by no means. But I do, at times, visit the past in my mind. And like I'm doing here today, I'm just literally driving through my past. And so many things are coming into my head, and so many memories. Some things that I've even forgotten. But I just want to encourage you today to thank God for the people He's put in your life. the situations that you have been in and that He's brought you through to make you who you are today. So let's all praise God for the past, whether it's good or whether it's bad, and pray that it makes us better people for who we are now and for what He's got planned for us in the future. May God bless you all.